that when you fail, there's a lot of problems with that failure. When a system fails, there's a lot of problems. If I told you to give me, we talked about wealth, right? I said, give me 10, everybody give me $10. You're investing $10. After 3 years, this is what this is, right? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. How much do you think in majority of these projects that have been implemented, what is the value? If you invested $10, what do you think is the value after 3 years? How many of you would invest any money if you knew that in 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, there is no sign of your improvement? How many people would invest in that kind of thing? So how is it that in all of the countries, like a cult, you know what a cult is? Cult is that somebody says, oh, somebody do this, and everybody goes, oh, without questioning, everybody does it. It's a cult. A cult that says, if you do lean and you do operational excellence, it is a good thing. There is no proof to it, and there's no sustainability to it. All right. What do you think? This is not you. This is my generation. Let me show you the weakness of my generation. My generation has taken and spent $10, and at the end of 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, there's actually no value to what we have done because it just did not sustain. What do you think is the reason that this does not sustain? Why? Why did it not sustain? Tell me.
Maybe it wasn't enough time.
Huh?
Maybe it wasn't enough time.
No, it's not the time. All of you have done class projects, yes? When you finished your class project, what was your maintenance program for the proposal that you had? You assumed what? In your classes, that when I am done with the project, I have no more obligation in terms of sustaining and maintaining that process. Did you or did you not? You assumed that your project has infinite life. Is that true? Say yes. Put your hand out there like this now. Put your hand out like this. Take your other hand and slap it. Slap it, slap it, slap it. Bad. You're bad. My God. What do you know that has infinite life? You do a project and you assume it has infinite life? Yes, you did. You assumed it. You assumed optimal conditions. Material will be here, people will be here, machine will be here, this will be here, this will be here, this will, and then you assume this optimal condition for the rest of eternity. And you call yourselves process and system designers. Name me one thing that you know of that in your life did not require maintenance. Do you have to have maintenance to keep your relationship with your parents? Yes or no? Do you have to have maintenance to keep your relationship with your friends? Do you have to have this maintenance that allows you to keep the relationship with your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend? Yes or no? What would happen if you did not call your girlfriend or boyfriend for 6 weeks? Tell me what happened. Huh? What would happen? What happened?
The system will.
The system will shoot you. The system will not go like this. The system will take a gun and shoot you. How is it possible that not a single thing that you touch is infinite and requires not only infinite, but requires maintenance? Requires maintenance. But projects that you design and implement seem to have no concept, is infinite and requires no maintenance. And you assume optimal conditions, do you not? In the projects, don't you say, yeah, the part was there, the machine was running, that was here, that was there, that was there, that. You're going to be disappointed in life. You're going to be very, very disappointed in life if that's your attitude. So, come on. Go and take me to those 3 slides that we just said. There you go. I want you to, I'm now going to, not this, not the philosophy, I am now going to introduce your projects. Okay, I do not know what your projects are, but I think that I can talk to you about your projects. And then we're going to try to take this, and we're going to take this, and we're going to try to combine it. Okay? System. System is a set of things interconnected in such a way that they produce their own pattern of behavior. System. Okay? The Chinese students, I want you to tell me about the Mexican students. Mexican students, I want you to tell me about the Brazilian students. Brazilian students, talk to me about this. Where's my other American student? We have 3. What happened to Jack Fowler? All right, fail him. I want you to tell me the difference that you find between your culture and the culture that I just told you about. And it cannot be good, it has to be bad. All right? I'm going to, so, in a few minutes, I'm going to find a group. Did we figure out? Oh, American students, all right? What was the first group that I mentioned? Chinese. Tell me something bad about the Chinese. Are we okay? Yes or no? All right, you've got a few minutes to think about it. I'll give you 5 minutes. Talk to them. If you don't know who they are, go get to talk to them. I want not good stuff. I want bad stuff. All right. So figure it out. What was it? Mexican students were, no, Chinese students to Mexican, right? Mexican to Brazilian, Brazilian to American, American to Mexican. Chinese. All right, enough. Have you figured it out? No? All right, okay. How about just take it up?
可以，说那个，都不能。
Are you going to go talk to the Chinese students? Oh, you already know? I don't know. I'm going to get you to come up here and talk. So what's the question? Say something about the bad.
Okay. So,
Vamos de cultura.
All right, are we ready? This is not supposed to be the whole class. Are we ready now? Say yes.
sometimes, I told them.
All right. We want a representative of the Chinese students to come up here.
Chinese.
Come up. Both of you come up. All right, hold on. Mexican students, don't get upset. Okay? They're going to say not good stuff. But all yours.
First, I want to say sorry about in next few minutes. The first thing I think it's different. It's totally different from the Mexican culture and Chinese culture. Is about drinking. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not Mexican.
No, I want all Mexican students put this thing on the leg.
I think maybe you.
No, maybe no.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Spanish.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. First, I think maybe because of the cultural difference, maybe you like drink a lot of drinking.
We are not enough old. We are only 20.
And second thing, I think maybe when I talk to Mexican friends, maybe I think you guys may prefer enjoying instead of working.
You have time.
totally different
Yes,
from
right,
Chinese
right.
because maybe from Arslan. I think what I think is our Chinese people like working and working and working. We don't want to enjoy. But I think
You yourself.
Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Anything else?
what about?
Ay, okay, so todos.
No, you cannot say anything at this moment. Right, all right. Yes?
Is that it?
Anything?
Something else?
That's
Come
all.
on.
Now, there's no fighting, okay? There's no fighting.
We are just enjoying.
I just want to say something during our settle our problem during our project, and I want to say that we have some difference between the thinking of the way of our thinking the problems, and maybe it means that you may when you want to solve some problems, you may get a lot of data for this problem. No matter these problems is easy or difficult, and I will, just for example, sometimes I may think that things is apparently, I means that it's simple, but sometimes your habits is just to get a lot of data for this to prove it and to make your conclusion. Sometimes I just to thinking it easily, but I think to some difficult project, your way may be a little, your way may be very great, but to some simple projects, I think if you can just thinking. Sometimes you don't need so much data to prove it, I think.
Right. Anything else?
I
Yes?
have 2 points.
Good job.
One told me that they are always late.
Late.
All the Mexican maybe. And the second one is I found that the pronunciation of English.
Oh,
very good.
pronunciation of English is different. Okay. So we have 5 things bad about Mexican students. All right, thank you, thank you.
I'm sorry about
All right. Couple of, who else wants to go up?
Yeah.
Does anybody else from Mexico want to get up? Just one?
First cultural difference.
Two more. Now you're going to talk about the Brazilian students.
Yeah.
Well, I think they are very lazy.
They only work when they
First you have to say, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
They're lazy, they work only when they need it, and they take bad decisions because they only,
Shortcut. Shortcut.
because they want to go with the short, and his decision is bad.
Esres, get up here.
I'm going to represent overhead group.
I want you to stand next to me. Okay.
Remember February.
An example of this.
Yeah, one example.
You are taking a shorter way.
Sometimes the shorter is the best.
Hold on, Brazilian students. Anything you want? No? You're just standing there to look good? Anything else?
I want to say something.
Oh, you, okay, go say something.
So,
Come up here, you cannot sit from there, here. Come up here.
I think Mexican
Ik wil
students
hem zo
are like
laten,
really open because you just meet someone and they just, hey, what's your name?
like, and they kind of always hang out together.
I know.
So we haven't had like enough time
You want
to
to
know
hang
them
out?
very well. Because they always hang out together. I've known some, and they're pretty cool, but I haven't had the time.
Voy a ser hermano.
I haven't had the time to know every single one of them. Because they always are, they're kind of together. So,
Bad people. Alright,
yeah, that's it.
alright. Anybody else?
No.
Alright, Brazilian students.
Ahí no, ya. We love you, Tamar.
She has a notebook.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about the American students, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Say sorry.
No. No, I'm sorry. So, you can start.
The big difference is I think it's the food. You like to eat healthy food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
very good. And I think we eat better
Yeah.
in this way. It's more
Healthier or better? Because there's a difference.
More
Healthier
healthy.
and
More
better.
healthy.
We have picanha.
What's that?
It's a meat.
That's what I'm
So we have a lot of sí, párate.
Okay.
Sí,
I can
yeah.
see you.
You're lazy?
So I think that the worst thing is that Americans, you always think that you are better than us. You think that you're, yeah. Well, like you're the best in everything. This is like shit because you cannot like have a discussion. You because oh no, you know what you're doing. Yeah. They drive. They don't have.
They drive really badly. Like Brazil is really bad. Fast.
So we don't.
Or like.
Yeah, you don't. You are not like a driver.
Are we going too fast? Or
No,
Not fast
too
at all.
slow,
Too
and you
slow.
don't know how to park. Sometimes. Yeah, I took a lot of photos and I sent to my friends like this. I think this is all.
We love you, Tamar.
Yeah, you need to drink a lot of soft drinks. That's part of the junk food.
That's it?
Yeah.
Alright, get up here, young man. Okay. People get up. What happened to Jack? Find out where Jack is. That's right. There. Alright. Miguel?
Yeah. So I just like I think it was the Mexican talking about the Brazilian. I will say some of us do try to eat healthy, but it's really hard when our food is so good. Just, but yeah, I find that a lot of and also we've got to get the cameras gone because I want to be on YouTube like the American like in. But oh, there's one, perfect. All right, no, but I do think a lot of the like Chinese students they stay even tighter in their own little group and don't like go out and bond with other students. What's another one? They're a lot smarter than we are. I will say that. Every time I get outsmarted by China. But what's another one? Oh, too much fish. Way too much fish. Like I mean, I like fish, but not. I think they probably eat it every single day, right? No, it's too much. Too much. You can get like mercury or whatever. Yeah, too much mercury in the fish. But yeah, that's about all I got. Especially for the cake.
You want to say something?
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry first. And I would say that Chinese students, they just don't like to speak English. So they have to speak Mandarin and speak Chinese to each other. And sometimes when talking to people from other countries, we need to use English, they will become shy. And yeah, you just stop it. I'll just keep quiet and I'll just not say anything like that.
The anime too. I don't know what the anime. I'm not. I don't understand. I really don't. But
Well, thank you.
sorry.
So, at least I've learned something about the Chinese. They eat too much fish and they stick together and don't speak English.
I didn't.
The Mexican students was what? Did they get?
More relaxation than work.
Yeah, they just like to have more fun than work. And drink. They relax with their drink. Brazilian students was what? What was the Brazilian student? Lazy. They're just lazy. And they stay together. Right? And the American students just don't know how to eat. I want to understand, because it is not easy to explain systems in terms of slides. If you notice, I am reducing the number of slides and just talking to you. Why, if every individual is a human, what causes that characteristic in that group, which is unique? You are inherently the product of a system. And if you were born here, or in Mexico, or in Brazil, and so forth down the line, or in China, then you became inherently different because of what? How you were brought up in that particular system. The system had a lot to do with who you are. If the Chinese were born in Mexico and the Mexicans were born here and all that stuff, you would see the complete opposite. So how is it where you are born indicated to you who you are? Similarly, that's a system, isn't it? Do you believe then, if we take it from not the national level to a couple of levels below, that each organization in each country will have its own system that creates a certain amount of behavior? We can talk about many, many things. For example, if you look at Mexico, for example, and again, it may be true of the United States, of China, and of Brazil, that there seems to be two different systems in healthcare. The public health and the private health. Two completely different systems that have its own what? Characteristics. In the United States, you have similar. Every organization has its own characteristics. Now, the reason I asked you to tell me what was wrong with each and not what is good is if I said that the root cause of the problems in Brazil today are what? Laziness. What is the other? There's two.
They always want to be together.
And they don't want, like anybody else, to come to their country.
Not open-minded.
They're not open-minded. And I said, watch this, because you're taught to do what? Root cause. Root cause. What has happened? 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 To come and say, oh, everybody's lazy. That laziness is not the root cause. The system, if it is the system, the system is called the cause of that problem. So you cannot get rid of that root cause until you get rid of that system. So the idea that you have root causes and you're going to